right, all right. How you guys doing tonight? Thank you for having us. We are the group formerly known as BattleBots. We are InContaq. It's true, we are the last team. Let's meet the team. Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Wesley Marcelin, project manager. I'm originally from Florida and I've always had an interest in technology, more specifically a passion for problem solving. After graduating with a degree in economics, I quickly realized that the tech industry matched my interests a little bit better. After that, I attended a few meetups and that's how I discovered C4Q. There, I was given the tools needed to help my ideas come to life. In the future, I would like to find a job in either a creative agency or a robotics company.
Hi, my name is Hyunju Kim. I'm the tech lead for InContaq. I was born in South Korea. I've always enjoyed hands-on experience with hardware and electronics, so I wanted to get into programming. I am a sales rep for a security warehouse company now. I saw the need for an app, so I wanted to make an app. Down the line, I hope to continue as a mobile developer and hopefully work with a team.
Hello again, my name is Josio Lopez. I'm from the Bronx, New York, and I'm the demo lead for this project. My interest has always been into that of the latest technology, so the transition from property management to tech has been fairly natural for me so far. Growing up, I wanted to be an architect, so designing and creating complex structures in a digital space has always appealed. There was always appeal for me from that. In the future, I would love to work with augmented reality so I could help bridge the gap between the digital and real world.
Last year, I said I wanted to make a change. Tonight, I'm standing on stage at one of the biggest tech giants of the world. I come from a background in visual arts, but I wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for every single person who's walked on this stage before me. They taught me how to persevere, how to code, and most importantly, they taught me how to teach myself and continue to grow. I believe we're better together, and as such, I would love to one day work for a social media company, one that puts emphasis on bridging meaningful connections between users and the experience their product provides. I'm Jonathan Colon, design lead. So speaking of meaningful connections, I'd like to ask you all a question tonight. How many of you have ever gone scrolling through old text messages on your phone only to find out that the last thing you said to someone was, "We should hang out sometime"? Yeah, I'm guilty of that too. I'm guilty of that too. Every day actually, 2 trillion text messages are sent in the United States alone. As of the 4th quarter of 2016, Facebook had 1.86 billion monthly active users. With so many forms of communication, it can be difficult to maintain contact with the people you care about, even for the most extroverted of us. As a matter of fact, let's meet one of them now.
So this handsome guy is Romeo. And I recently got back into the dating scene, so I decided to try online dating. So far, I think Romeo's pretty cool. He's a graphic designer, graduated from SUNY Purchase, and he doesn't live too far from the city. I think I'd like to get to know him a little bit better.
So this is actually my mom. Now, I'm the youngest of 5 kids, so naturally she still considers me the baby. And she worries about me a lot, and she's always getting on my case about how I never get in contact with her enough. Between work and C4Q, sometimes I tend to forget to touch base. So I'm wondering to myself, how can we fix that?
Welcome to InContaq. With helpful features such as SMS analytics and SMS reminders, this will help keep your flow of communication better. Let's dive right in.
Great idea.
For demonstration purposes, we already imported the contacts, but for first-time users, InContaq will ask you for your permission. Whoa, Wesley, seems like you got Romeo's phone number. Let's go into his contacts. Let's swipe to the left. And we can edit his contact information, his name. You can add in phone mobile number, email address, and address. There you can also set the background image and the profile. The communication between you and Romeo is very fresh, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we should set a reminder so you don't lose contact. How about 2 weeks? Great, there's a notification. But let's swipe to the left to continue the demonstration.
All right, switching over to the user, John, he can easily add or search for a contact he wants to get to message in the contact list. Who should he choose? That's right, Mother Dearest. Okay, so here we see the built-in SMS feature where you could send and receive text messages from inside the application. So let's swipe to the right and check out some stats. Looks like John's mother contacts him more than he does her.
Sorry, Mom. So in our app, everything that is that pink red matter color represents the user. On the top, you'll see a line graph. This displays your text messages over time. You can see monthly, weekly, and daily interactions. Below that, you'll see 2 bar graphs, one displaying the average text length, and to the right of that, the total message count of your entire conversation. In the bottommost data displayed, you'll see some fun facts about your conversation, such as how many days it's been since you've last been in contact, the average words sent, as well as some of the commonly used words in your conversation.
Safe to say John is feeling pretty guilty now. So how about we swipe all the way to the left and set a reminder. All set. And that's InContaq.
I'm a busy man.
Yeah. Keep in contact. Keep track of your texting habits and maintain, or better, looking at you, John, your relationships. So what's next?
For our next steps, we would like to implement a facial recognition API, which would allow the user to register each contact's face, and then that face would be used to scan the entire photo gallery and create a unique Instagram-like feed of all of the contact's photos.
Another feature we want to implement is a special day feature. So let's say you're having an awesome time with one of your contacts. You can favorite that day, display that data into a graph, and also have additional analysis based on those events.
Utilizing a language analysis API, we hope to gather the emotional context of your conversations, as well as trending topics within them, such as politics, entertainment, sports, and cooking.
And last but not least, we hope to use our fully fledged app with all the functions and features and make it a default way to stay in contact.
So we'd like to thank everyone here at Google and Coalition for Queens, as well as our mentors, John Gomez and Robert Lee, Google's very own Robert Lee, as well as all of the teams who represented the future of the tech industry tonight. So thank you. If you'd like to stay in contact with your friends and family, please look out for our app coming soon to the App Store. Because remember, we're better together.
So is one of the ideas to actually have the thing read the text and say, oh, you told your mom that you would go for dinner, but you really didn't, to remind you to go to dinner with your mom because you kind of said that?
Well, actually, the reminder is, so when you set 2 weeks, it basically checks to see when the last text message was, and if 2 weeks has passed since you've last been in contact, it will send you a reminder to get in contact with them again.
Okay, so I have a good feature idea for you then.
Yes, please do.
Well, in other words, if you told somebody you'd meet them for dinner or you'd, go out for drinks or something, like it could actually remind you, hey, you said that a week ago, you didn't do it yet.
Absolutely, that sounds like a great idea, which also coincides with calendar integration that we were planning on adding.
Yeah, cool.
Yes, thank you.
This reminds me a lot of like customer relationship management software for businesses. Did you guys think about doing this for businesses, like making sure salespeople get out in touch with contacts and things like that?
We actually had an idea. Well, one of the it could be used as a networking app. So let's say you had a mentor, you haven't followed up with him to see when your next interview is. You could just contact him or just set them reminders that I should contact this guy this week because I got to follow up with whatever interview I'm going to.
Actually, one of the members from Aux is very business oriented, and every time I showed him the app, he would tell me like, "You don't understand like how good for businesses this can be." Just knowing the communication styles of your customers and being able to interact with them in the terms that make them feel most comfortable would only make customer and business relations even better.
You had a contact page on the, I guess, swiping all the way to the left.
Yes.
Do you see this as replacing an address book or utilizing the information that I've already provided through the Google Contacts API or anything like that?
Absolutely. So you're able to import your contacts from the content provider. We foresee this being the default SMS and contact list of your app if you have that kind of like data-driven mentality, and you'll be able to have the SMS analytics right alongside with you at any point whenever you're browsing through your contacts.
One last quick thought, which is, if you are going to head in that direction of businesses and things like that, integrating more than just SMS would be really nice. You don't need a reminder to text someone if you called them 5 minutes ago, even if 2 weeks have passed since the last text and stuff like that. And same goes for email and all that.
Yes.
It'd be nice to have all of the ways you can get in touch with people tracked.
Definitely.
Definitely. Thank you so much for that.
Well, thank you, InContaq, for that wonderful presentation.